Another edition of KFC Radio back here on the East Coast, back in the lovely little closet that we call a studio. On my way.
The white person's trap house.
That's what it was. I actually couldn't remember exactly how I described it. That's what I was trying to think of. The white person's trap house. Welcome to the studio. On the way to LA last week, I left my movement shades in the Uber.
You did. That was a big problem.
That was a big problem. I had to go to
sunglasses.
fucking Urban Outfitters and buy a shitty pair of $18 sunglasses that were not my style. I felt like I was wearing female glasses the whole time.
You might have been.
I think I was.
Yeah, but they weren't noticeably female. In fact, Pharrell Williams, he likes to search. Sometimes he goes through female sunglasses.
Breaking news: me and Pharrell, not the same kind of guy. Not exactly able to pull off the same sort of stuff. So I had to go get these shades. I felt uncomfortable wearing them the whole time out there. I needed my movement shades, the hide glasses. That's what I rock. Black frames, like mirror blue lenses. They're fire. Lost them. So MVMT, this is me laying it on thick. Send me another pair.
And I'll take another pair of weekends while we're at it too.
Let's just do it up. And you know what? Even if they don't send it to us, I'm going to have to get my own pair because they're only $70. These look like they're $200. They're designer glasses. Like, see, that's also kind of the beauty of movement. I'm not going to encourage you here to lose your sunglasses or anything, but you're going to lose your sunglasses. And when you lose a $400 pair, you feel like an absolute asshole. When you lose them in the ocean, when you sit on them, when you leave them at the bar drunk, $70, you know, it's easy. Much easier to replace.
They are hot as hell. I think I had an Instagram story from LA, and I had 3 separate girls text me. Those sunnies are hot.
Hey now, I mean,
only one said sunnies, but I'm sticking with that one.
The proof is in the pudding, man. Go to mvmt.com/KFC. You get 15% off your shades, free shipping, and free returns. That's mvmt.com/KFC. We are back, but not for long. Your boy Feidelberg is off to Portugal. Portuguese. He's Portuguese. Hey. For the World Cup, of course.
Well, we do it Tuesday and Thursday, so we're doing 2 full episodes.
Right.
We're not doing the quickies this week.
Well, here's what happened. We decided to take a little hiatus this past week. While we were in LA, we said, let's take a hiatus next week. John's going to be on vacation. We just went to LA. We did a whole bunch of content. You know, we can take off. We told Paul, our booker, hold all guests, you know, in case he was going to come with Oprah or maybe Obama, maybe the Pope. I said, no, we're not going to be around. Who we failed to tell that we wanted to take a week off was sales.
Big mistake.
Apparently, they kind of are important. So Steve Che came up to me and said, you have 11 ads this week. You have 5 your first episode and 6 your next episode. So it's not like we can just kind of, we'll just do one here and one there and you're good to go. 11. So, buddy, you ain't taking off.
No.
It's funny because, you know, Steve was like, you know, in that moment, Steve was like the CEO. He was like my boss. He was like, nope. Like, fuck you. I'm not rearranging 11 ads. Fuck you. You're doing your show.
And let's just get it out there right now. Tomorrow I will be in rare form for the podcast when I Skype in for it.
Oh, I can imagine.
I am going to be jet lagged, and also Portugal plays at noon tomorrow.
Oh, and I mean, when in Portuguese, when in Portugal, you gotta, you know, I mean, that is.
I'm going to land.
Did you realize that? Like, I mean, obviously this trip's been on the books forever, but did you realize you're going to be like in Portugal for the World Cup? Because
yeah.
You did, okay? Because that's a game changer. That's an X factor.
It's gonna be fucking nuts.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for it. But like when I land, like you fly overnight, like to Europe, so it's like I leave at 9 o'clock tonight, but I leave out of Boston because JFK doesn't go direct, and then I would have to fly from JFK to Boston and then go through customs again.
Ugh.
And I was like, fuck that, I'll just take a train up.
Yeah.
And then so I'm leaving from Boston at 9 o'clock tonight, and I land, it'll be like 6 a.m. Portugal time, but only midnight for me.
Yep.
And then it's gonna be like,
then you just go right through.
And
so it's actually gonna be.
I have to go to a game. I have to go watch a game. Like I can't. I was gonna just go to bed.
That
and then
second day is gonna be brutal for you
Yeah.
because that's when it's all gonna hit you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah. Which I'll just hang out by the pool all day.
I was gonna say,
I'll be all right. It's vacation.
Let's not cry for Feidelberg here.
Like it's jet lag on vacation. I'll be okay. It's not like everybody going to LA.
Time ceases to exist on vacation,
Yeah.
especially if you're doing time zones.
Wake up.
Like you eat whatever you want, whenever you want. And I was having steak. I was having filet mignon for breakfast in LA. It was steak and eggs, but it was a filet. I mean, you eat what you want, you do what you want, you drink what you want, you sleep when you want, you don't sleep when you want. Sun up, sun down, doesn't matter.
No,
vacation.
It's
your world.
I always said carbs, money, and alcoholism don't exist on vacation.
Amen. Put that on a t-shirt. Carbs, money, alcoholism don't
They're
exist.
all just things that aren't real when you're on vacation. But I was actually just this morning. I was watching the Colombia game at a bar. I was just drinking water.
Well, yeah, you're basically an honorary Colombian at this point.
I am, and it was so dope. Like it was the bar was just packed full of Colombians. So and I by happenstance am wearing a Colombia.
Wait, where was it?
I was just up the street. I was just at that football factory on 33rd and 5th.
It's going on right now?
No, it just ended.
I was gonna say let's wrap this shit up and get over there.
No, it started at 8, so I woke up at 8, went over there, and then and it was like if people were
Johnny
going,
Futbol.
just hugging strangers. I was like, "Let's go, Viva Colombia!"
Man, like, who is this gringo? What is this gringo boy with a big nose doing hugging me? That's amazing.
One guy was standing on a bar stool and reached out. A bunch of grandmas there. They were getting ripped. Everyone was like
blessing everybody.
I mean, I'm sure like people like Colombians and if your home country is playing, like you take today off.
Oh yeah,
because
it's
like
fucking.
It's a big day,
Yeah.
right? And so Colombia, I don't think they make the World Cup very often.
Right.
They sound like a country that's good at soccer because
They're not.
racist.
Yeah,
and
definitely. I was gonna be like, how many times have they won it? Oh, they don't even qualify.
I might be wrong, but I don't think they make it very often. So it's a big one for them. And they were like grandmas standing on bar stools, fucking holding up beers and shit. It was fun.
That's unbelievable. What a scene.
Yeah.
Johnny Futbol. That is why it's a Hogo Bonito, because it brings together people like this.
It was very much like that.
It's like there's never a time where John would be hugging Colombians unless soccer is on the pitch. I stand corrected.
I've had a hell of a 12 hours. You know what I watched last night? And I got to get this out. I got to give it my seal of approval. Set It Up.
I've heard of this.
The
I've
new
heard
Netflix
rumblings
movie.
of this movie. Yes,
Kevin, I went to bed floating on cloud 9, just watching so much goddamn love. It was
now you're a romantic,
gorgeous.
John. You are a romantic.
I am. There's one scene in particular, the and yet scene. I'm not going to go into it, but the and yet scene
And yet,
is
okay.
just fucking.
I'm gonna have to watch this
beautiful.
shitty movie now,
No.
just to be able to talk about it on the podcast.
No, it's not a shit. It's not. It's like a 90 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like
I saw that. I did see that. High rated. Yeah.
It's very, very good. It's not. I'm not going to say it's crazy stupid love level. It's not.
You better not,
because
you know what? Nothing is.
Because Steve Carell and Gosling are. I mean,
Yeah. Are there any even stars in this?
It stars Tay Diggs and Lucy Liu.
Oh, okay.
Are kind of like they're not the main two characters, but they're heavily involved
All right,
in it.
that was legit.
Yeah, and then the other guy, actually one of them I didn't realize when I tweeted it out last night. The chicks in the office quote tweeted me and they're like, "This is huge." Greg Powell, I think his name was. He was very good. The two main characters they were younger, but they're both Zoe Dutch was the other one I think, who's apparently a different person than Zoe Deschanel.
Who knew?
But it was really, really good. And I guess he was on Chicks in the Office very recently, last week, promoting it.
Well, we are big movie guys, and we are proud to announce that we have decided on our first film. That's how you know we're movie guys. We call them films. The first movie we are going to do our Alone Together series on is officially going to be Jurassic World: The Lost Kingdom. We just picked a bomb ass blockbuster to kick things off. So
yeah, we're never going to see The Artist for Alone Together.
No,
we'll be seeing movies like this.
No. We might even do one for the setup or set it up.
Yeah. Oh,
Hey, listen, if the idea is to get everyone at the bar so that you have a conversation piece and an icebreaker and you can all socialize and talk and find love, Set It Up might be the exact perfect pick for Alone Together.
It certainly is. There's just a couple of just perfect rom-com scenes.
You will end up having sex after that night, I promise you. So we're going to kick things off with Chris Pratt and Jurassic Park. That comes out Friday, the 22nd. We are going to give it a few weeks, and then because 4th of July is in the middle there, we are going to do it July 12th. We haven't picked the bar yet. So for those of you who don't know, Alone Together, the idea is everyone goes to see the movie, preferably on their own. Alone, solo.
We won't be checking movie stubs.
Right. I'm not going to
bring your receipt.
Yeah, you want to go, you want to be a pussy and go with someone. You want to be a weirdo, go with friends. You want to be gay and go with your girlfriend? Fine. We're not going to hold it against you. But the idea is everyone goes to see these movies alone, and then we'll all get together at the bar. We'll do a happy hour, and you'll know that every single person at the bar has seen this movie and wants to talk about this movie. So you can go up to whoever you want. It's almost like when you're back in college and everyone's trying to make friends, so you're allowed to talk to anybody. Yeah. It's like that. So we'll pick the bar. We'll do a happy hour. Maybe me and Feits will do a little podcast, or we'll be filming videos, something like that. There'll be some content around it. And we'll all chat about movies and get drunk.
Perfect.
I mean, that's a beautiful summer day. So it'll be Thursday the 12th. We'll let you know what bar. Actually, I mean, it'll be that week because whatever bar is available, whatever night, right? So we'll figure that out.
Yeah.
So that week of July,
figure that out?
Yeah, you, sir. That's why you'll notice I looked at you as I said that. It's like, excuse me, producer.
Yeah, we're just going to announce this and then be like, and get to work. You have to make all this happen and you're on a deadline.
That's what I did to you, I think, on Couch by Couch West. I think I had a meeting and I was like, because this was like before you were full time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, by the way, we're selling out a theater 2 nights in a row. We have to put together a run of show. Thanks. See you later. While you
Got me hired.
While you work your other job full time. Yeah, that's right. I got you hired. So you actually, you owe me for that one. Let's get into, before we do voicemails, we're going to get into a couple fan tweets. We haven't done those in a little while. So we got some KFC Radio tweets that are brought to you by Simply Safe. In 2017, the Better Business Bureau heard more than 5,000 complaints about alarm companies. That puts home security in the top 10% of most complained about things. Now, John, you know I like to complain.
Yeah, I love it.
It's my favorite thing in the world. I complain better than I do anything on this planet.
I have actually, when I think we were in LA, I think I noticed how much I was complaining and was still like,
I don't care.
Don't care. I know I'm being a whiny little bitch. Don't care.
I like it. But even I mean, 5,000 complaints about alarms. Jeez, that's pretty annoying. So what you got to do is go ride with Simply Safe. They got rid of all the contracts and the hidden fees. See, that's the problem. When I got a house, it came with an alarm system, and they were like, it's turned off because the people moved. But they're like, if you want to enable it, you just gotta call the company and give them this number and that number and pay this and pay that, and they'll enable it. Do you want this package or that package? You want this? I was like, well, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing any of this. Maybe lock my door at night and hope for the best. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, folks, I have a fucking state-of-the-art, high-tech security system with lasers. It's like entrapment with Catherine Jones and her butt sticking out. The whole thing, the whole nine. Don't even try to break into my house. But I actually do now have the Simply Safe sent me over their box, so maybe I'll rock with them. So they get rid of all the contracts and the hidden fees. They treat you right. They got good service, a great product, and they earn your business and earn your respect. So they're an A+ rated company on the Better Business Bureau, and they've been around for over 10 years. Simply Safe is what home security should be. You're going to get the best protection, period. So learn more about it by going to simplysafe.com/KFC Radio. That's spelled SIMPLI safe.com/KFC Radio to protect your home and family with an A+ home security system. That's simplysafe.com/KFC Radio. All right, we got a couple tweets before we get into the voicemails. We begin with lobster sauce at lobster sauce _.
Oh, I thought that was just a tweet. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, I don't know what that means.
This guy, he's tweeting about this girl who pulled a page out of the Feidelberg playbook. This girl asked me to go to the DMV with her for our first time meeting. Is this a weird move or not? I guess it means the second date can't possibly be more boring. That's the Feidelberg.
That is, but I don't even do DMV.
I mean, there are certain limits to everything. It's like you could be like, hey, do you want to go to like a war-stricken country and like, you want to go to like
This sounds like one of those things where you kind of like, do you have a friend who you just know is there? Like your friend who, when you're on
take him for granted
a
and
long
you can always
car ride or a walk, and you're just like, I'll call you.
Yeah,
And your job is to just entertain me when I'm doing something boring.
Yep.
That sounds like what she's looking for. It sounds like she's not looking for a boyfriend.
That's the problem
she's looking
here.
for someone to just.
I was gonna say what you said is true. Like a friend is like a friend helps you move. A friend keeps you company when you go to the DMV or you call. You don't go to the DMV with them, but it's like, hey man, I'm online at the DMV. What's going on? Talk to me. Those are what you do with friends. That's not romance. That's not like listen. Put it this way: sparks ain't flying at the DMV. No one's getting the heart eye emoji waiting online at the DMV.
No, I don't think so. And you know what? I actually don't really have a ton of experience with DMV, so I can't really.
I'll say this because I've
heard all the horror stories, but I've never really had a bad one.
That's like the dirty little secret. DMV ain't so bad. Now, like you can absolutely have your horrific moments for sure. It usually depends on what you're doing. If you need to like go like renew your license, they've streamlined that. If you need to like, I don't know, figure out some like crazy moving violations, I'm sure they're motherfuckers to you. But I feel like that like the DMV joke is like just that. I'm trying to think of there's millions of other examples that I'm just blanking on where it's like we always say, like, that's just something that happens in movies. That's not a real thing.
Yeah.
Like, the DMV jokes is like a Seinfeld stand-up bit. That's a Seinfeld episode.
Yeah, like airplane food.
Yeah, right. Now it's like, I'm pretty sure you can, like, sign up ahead of time and, like, you almost, like, make an appointment and you roll
There's
in.
probably a fucking app where you're just like,
Yeah, like, I mean, I've gone to the DMV. It's called the DMV Express run by Penn Station. And it's like, bingo, bango, in and out.
The one time I've had a really bad experience at a government building, and it was almost more sad than it was bad. But I had to get my passport renewed for this trip, and I went to the post office to do that. And the post office in my hometown is like a humongous building, like a really nice looking building. And, or at least, one of the post offices, there are shitty ones too. But the one I go to is like this big building. And because Fall River used to be a mill town. It used to be a very impressive.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. But like a lot of the government buildings are like old, nice buildings because it used to be like really nice. Now it's not. But there was a line fucking a mile long. They had all the like
windows down
because they like just can't afford that many employees anymore. And this is the worst part. They had a pen. We had this huge
single pen.
We had this huge line.
I think you know what? I think post offices are the new DMV.
Yeah,
because I went to get my passport renewed, and it was like the same sort of shit. Because people still drive fucking cars all over the place, so you need to keep the DMV staffed. Post offices are dying, so if you need some postal help, there's gonna be one person for the whole world's postal needs.
And it felt so bad. Like the girl was so nice. She was such a great employee because she stayed like 2 hours later than the building was supposed to be open because everyone needed their fucking passport.
Right.
And it was literally a scene from 30 Rock when they have Booger. It was played by Matthew Broderick, and he's like, "We don't have pens." And Alec Baldwin's like, "What do you mean you don't have pens?" He's like, "We don't have pens in the government." And it was literally that. We had one pen being passed down a line.
What's worse, being on that line or being that employee?
Honest to God, I was one of the last people they took, and she was still bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, happy, like so happy.
This is why there's the term going postal, because of shit like that.
Is it?
Well, I don't know. I know if I was working at that job and I was going a little crazy, that's when I would be prone to snap and shoot up a place if I was just like, I'm here fucking 2 hours late because I'm the only fucking employee here. I don't have a fucking pen. And these guys need their passport.
Yeah, she was so cool. I was like, thank you so much for staying late. She's like, oh, don't even worry about it. I'm just gonna go drink a bunch of tequila after. I was like, word.
See, good for her. I complain. That's how I would handle that situation. Now, the difference here with this girl too, doing the Feidelberg is a strategic plan where you have this idea in your head, like, tell me the worst thing in the world. I'm going to make it fun for you. And there's a point to it. I think this girl was not, it's a different story if you do something intentionally bad to try to impress and woo and seduce. If you're just doing it because you're like an asshole, like that's a different story. It has to be intentional.
Yeah, you have to tell them. You have to tell them your plan.
Yes,
be like,
right. That's what I mean.
I know this is a terrible thing.
I'm going to make it fun for you because that's how fun of a person I am.
Yeah.
I can make anything fun. This is just like, hey, you want to go to the DMV with me? No.
No, pass.
Fuck that.
Absolutely not. In fact, like it would only be like, it would only be a 10-minute trip. It's a short date.
Then go to the DMV Express. You're in and out. This comes from Kenny Stengel. Old school question here. Old school KFC radio. How many geese would it take to kill you? You fight with your bare hands and in an open field. Geese are nasty motherfuckers.
I've heard of this.
Gooses are not nice.
They're not nice, but they also don't have talons.
They don't have talons.
Like, you'd have to, it would take a lot of fucking geese to kill me. If I'm in a fight for my life, and I know I understand I'm in a fight for my life, like it's like Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I have
it's
to win
going
this
down.
fight or I die.
Yep.
I think I could kill most of the geese.
Like hundreds of geese? You think they would just be like dead
just
geese
scattered about? I think eventually maybe I'd pass out from like the smell of their innards and then they'd have their way with me. But I think
make it sound like you're gonna get fucked by these geese. Have your way with me, goose.
I don't know how a geese even kills it. I just pictured him like slamming their heads into me like a giraffe.
Yeah, I think that it would be a lot of pecking. I bet you they can.
Is that what a giraffe does?
Oh, yeah. You ever seen giraffe fights?
Oh,
whack.
I've talked about how
I thought that was something you did.
No, that's why he does it. He's an
that's
idiot.
why I do it, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Makes sense now.
Yeah, no, I just giraffe into people's chests. I've probably had 100 concussions in my life just from giraffing people.
So let's see. By the way, I just Googled, can goose kill? So it says geese cannot kill you outright. They can, however, do considerable bruising, and their bites can slash your skin, especially when they deliver it with a hard twist. An angry goose is nothing to mess with. The larger geese have wingspan up to 6 feet. They have powerful flight muscles, and they can, they can flap you with their wings and shit like that, which, again, is not going to kill you. But the formidable beak is darting and biting and twisting and can tear flesh. If they gang up on you, it's even worse. Ooh, they got some teeth on them. They got some teeth. Like, that wouldn't feel good. Again, I mean, that's not gonna like kill you, but I don't know if there's like hundreds of them and they're like biting your. I don't know. Maybe they can like slit your wrists or get into your jugular.
I think I'd get.
Look at that one, dude. That can kill you.
Yeah, that's no joke. That's no joke. But I think like I just rip their necks.
Well,
like, I just rip their heads off.
I don't know if it's easy
quick.
to do that. I don't think you can just rip geese head off like no problem. It's not like you're just popping the top of a water bottle, like bones and flesh and shit.
I'd use a geese to start beating the other geese. I'd swing it around my head like a mace.
Well, my main thing is I think if a goose were to come at me right now, like flapping its wings and shit and like running at me, I would be like afraid because I'd be like, oh shit, that's a goose. But once you're in the fight for your life and once you get the taste for goose blood, like after a couple, I think you're like, whatever, I'm not scared anymore. And then you start just grabbing them by their big long necks and just squeezing and snapping, biting.
Yeah.
Like I think once you get over the whole like, oh, I don't want to be near a goose. It's like, well, I'm gonna fucking kill these geese. I think then you get much more comfortable with the goose murder.
Yeah, I think I have a much better chance in a fight against 20 geese than one goose.
Right. Yes,
like,
that's a
one
great
goose,
point.
I just go running.
You'd be afraid, but 20 geese, you're like, I need to kill 20 gooses right now. Like it's going down.
I'd wear a Canada Goose jacket during it too. Like this is your brother,
this is your fucking sister.
Just ripping pillows open. That's another one.
I think you would need to like tear one goose apart, like you said, and spin it around and be like, put all the other goose on notice. Like this is what I just did.
Yeah.
But I almost think
You'll go
I
Hamlet
think,
with it. Just fucking put it on a steak.
Yes.
Just
honk honk. I think though, like enough of anything can kill you. Eventually.
Yeah. No. There's for sure. I don't think I could kill every
like you might
goose,
get
but I
like
could-
smothered. You might like you said, pass out for some reason. Then they just like can gnaw on you with their goose teeth.
I think it would be. I think I would die probably from exhaustion after 15 geese.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say something crazy. I thought you were gonna be like 500 geese.
No, like 15 geese, I'd get pretty tired, and then I think I'd be, like it's like a boxing match. I'd get to like the 4th round.
Yeah. Well. You know what the main thing is? It's not necessarily can the geese kill me. It's can I really like easily snap goose necks and kill geese?
One, no, I couldn't. But
right.
if
but
I'm,
you think but even I'm just I'm not exactly the toughest guy. I don't know if I'm like. Can I really just rip apart a goose with my bare hands? If I can, then I think it's on. If that's harder than I think,
I don't know if I can rip it apart, but I can not like it's a piece of paper. I can fuck up a wing or a neck enough to the point where he's disabled,
and then you just step on their throat.
Yeah, and then
step on their goose neck and they're dead. So final answer, like 15.
Yeah, 15.
If you're saying 15, I got to go down lower. Obviously, I guess I'll go 10. I'll kill 10 geese. 11 though. I'm cooked.
I'm pretty sure we had this exact conversation, but with like wolves at one point.
Yes, and we said
I think
hundreds
Arian
of wolves.
Foster said he could fight a wolf or something like that.
He can kill a wolf.
Yeah,
but a wolf is a predatory creature.
It's
a
trained
goose
to kill.
isn't.
Yeah, a goose. I mean, although
in a wolf's biology, it knows like where the jugular is.
Right.
Like a goose, I don't think knows where to attack.
I don't
a
know.
human.
They're fucking nasty, bro. You never like encountered a goose? They'll come at you.
No. My only encounter with a goose in my entire life is I saw Larry David kill one with one swing of a golf club. And if Larry David,
I've been around geese before. They're cocky. Like they're not afraid. They're like almost like raccoons and squirrels and pigeons. They ain't afraid of humans. They'll come right at you. Quick little side note: there was always a ton of geese on Fordham's campus, and one time this kid was like blacked out walking around campus in the middle of the day, and he kicked a goose. And
actually, you know what? Goose are terrified of me. I forgot about this. When I played like Little League Baseball, they would shit all over the field, and we just go chasing them to run away.
Well, I mean, those were probably like baby geese because you fuck with a mama goose, they're coming for you. But anyway, my friend Kyle, he ran across
Copperhead bat.
He ran across Eddie's parade, ran across the quad, and he drop kicked this kid for kicking the goose. He did like a full blown 2-footed just drop kicked this kid. He was horizontal and kicked him and was like, "How do you like it? You're gonna fucking kick geese? Fuck you!" I was like, "Whoa, PETA up in here."
When you see a drop kick happen, I've seen once in one of my life.
Stunning.
It was in Newport. Kid ran down a hill down Memorial Boulevard and just jumped and drop kicked.
It's some Mortal Kombat shit.
It's the coolest thing you'll ever see.
You're fully horizontal. He had big air, 2 feet. Kid went flying. I was like, yo.
And like this kid did it on a sidewalk. Like he took a bump.
Just
to fucking make sure he kicked you in the back of the chest. Call it the back.
We got a word for that. All right, voicemail time brought to you by Black Buffalo. Feits was walking around L.A. Yeah, Feits was trying to be West Coast bougie. He was trying to be SoCal for him, meaning you can't just dip 24/7.
No, it was.
We were in meetings. We're walking around in the sun. He was like, I need a dip.
I wasn't being SoCal. I was just being polite. Like we have a unique office where you can dip in a meeting. Like I didn't want to go into studios and dip in meetings. I'm not. I don't have the clout like that.
not yet. By like our 4th meeting, we did. Yeah. By our 4th meeting, we were pitching, script ideas and
you hold my
films.
spitter for me.
I'm not even gonna have a spitter. I'm just gonna spit on your floor, clean it up later. So as soon as we would get out of these meetings, Feits would whip out some Black Buffalo. It is the only tobacco-free dip that delivers the same experience as traditional smokeless products, just without any of the tobacco leaf or stem. So you get the same taste, texture, and the dark color, the flavor of it all. And you don't get the nicotine. So Feits was just like, oh, I got my fix. And so you can keep your ritual, you can keep your favorite routine of the day, but you ditch the tobacco. Right now, go to blackbuffalo.com, use the promo code Feidelberg, and you get 10% off your order. That's Feidelberg, Feitelberg. And you get 10% off your next order of Black Buffalo. How about that? Promo code Feidelberg. Moving on up.
We make that promo code John next time.
I know, right? It's like such a dumb fucking name.
It's a tough one.
It's not easy.
It's
funny because it's like so commonplace to me and most of the stoolies now, but like that's a name that's like, what?
I mean, I had a boss who for 5 years couldn't say it. I had all throughout school, teachers couldn't say it.
When we were out in LA, I'm talking to Deirdre, who's our head of sales, just about business and Dave and stuff, and she goes, he calls me Deidre. And I was like, well, get used to it. Yeah. That ain't going to be changing, because Feits was Feits, and he's a pretty important piece of the whole machine here. Coley was Cooley. Even like stupid things like tall one, he just called tall guy.
Yeah.
Like this is like a made up term to describe this guy. He's the tall one.
You made it up.
Yeah, right. Tall guy. Like, why can't you do anything right, you asshole? Voicemails. Who's up?
King Jong-un sex tape.
Oh.
Yes, I'd watch.
Yeah, that's going to be the
question.
What
up, KFC, Fight, Super Duper.
But would you jerk off? That'll be the kicker.
So in honor of this Kim Jong-un, Donald Trump, Singapore summit, got a little hypothetical for you. What sex tape would you rather be leaked? Kim Jong-un with Melania Trump, or Donald Trump with Kim Jong-un's hot sister from the Olympics?
I gotta look that up.
If you have to Google her for a picture, it's Kim Yo Jong.
I don't know what she looks like, but I know
I
know it's not Melania. I know I'd rather see Melania.
Oh, right. Okay. I was going to say, I thought you just said your answer's not Melania.
No.
Yeah, like this girl, first of all, she's not hot. Even if she was a rocket ship, you're not watching celebrity sex tapes for the hotness. I mean, it's nice if they're hot, but like you're watching for the intrigue. There's a million hot. I can go find you a hot Asian girl who's hotter than Kim Jong, and boom, there you go. But you want to see, like, the whole point would be Kim Jong cucking Donald Trump and banging Melania, who's like a hot first lady.
And also just like, even more than that for me, actually, is I think seeing Kim Jong fuck would be fun.
Oh, so fun.
Like, I think seeing Donald Trump fuck would be disgusting. I think.
Well, I would imagine Kim Jong's pretty disgusting too.
Yeah, but it's just funny. Like, he's young. Like, Donald Trump's old as shit. Donald Trump's like 72.
Yeah, but you're making it sound like Kim Jong is like this young, hot fucking.
No, I'm not saying he's young and hot.
Feidelberg's like this. Kim Jong's a hunk.
But Kim Jong fucking is not even close. It's a different realm of humor.
It's 34 years old. Damn. Yeah, Kim Jong's younger than you. My age.
A lot of people.
Kim Jong, like, there's just something about him.
Yeah, well, he's a fat Asian. That's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, that's funny.
That's
inherently funny. It's like sumo wrestlers. They're funny.
Right. It's very rare. And it's just, even the fact that Kim Jong is just a horrible, terrible person. Even just his look
Isn't
is
that weird
fun.
though? Because like you wouldn't be like, it would be so funny to watch Osama bin Laden fuck. You wouldn't say that ever.
No,
But
because
he's like a horrible war criminal, Kim Jong. Not war criminal, but like terrorist. You know?
Yeah, he's a terrible, terrible person.
But you know what I'm saying?
But
Like why? This is everything with Kim Jong. Why is there a humor element to
There's
him?
just something, just his
So
cheeks,
weird.
his haircut,
Yeah.
like everything about him
He
is
looks
just kind of weird.
The cheeks are very, they're kind of like roly poly. He's like Winnie the Pooh. He's like, this round, funny guy.
Yeah, I want to see him getting a Melania's jar of honey. It's funny. It's
gonna smack her all of that.
Donald Trump
Do you
is
think
like
that Kim Jong
just
puts down?
fat and gross. Do I think he puts down? No, Kevin. I don't think he puts down.
Here's my thing. He's got like a harem of chicks. You know what I mean? Like I bet you he fucks all day long.
like under the threat of death.
Whatever.
Yeah. But no, I don't even think sex is just something. It's
I'm not saying he puts down like a girl's gonna walk out of there Bambi legs being like that was the greatest sex I've ever had. But I'm saying I think he probably gets like nasty with it. Because he's a horrible person, and I think he probably has sex with he forces women to have sex with him all day long.
Yeah, but I don't think sex is a practice thing. I think sex is it's like dancing, where you
either got it or you don't.
You got
for a certain level.
Yeah, you can get to if you're fucking all day every day. If you're on Dancing with the Stars and you're practicing non-fucking stop, you can get decent. But you can tell even someone who knows just because
you practiced and you're a natural.
There's a difference between seeing someone who knows how to do that and someone who just has it.
Yeah, well, it's almost like us. It's we're really not that funny. We've just been doing this forever. We just keep fucking doing these episodes until people think they're good and listen to us. But then we have a real comedian come through or an actually really talented person. And it's oh, there's a huge difference. That's fucking that guy is trying really hard. He's read up. He's Googled how to do the come hither and all that shit. He knows the moves, but you can tell that he needed to learn.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. He didn't come out of the womb knowing that. Right. So yeah, maybe he's learned to walk. But he
ain't gonna be running the sprints.
Kim Jong's not gonna be in the Olympics.
Right. So yeah, but final answer: Kim Jong and Melania. That might be my number one sex tape. Period.
Yeah,
that would be unbelievable.
Melania's a fucking weapon.
She's a rocket, and the thought of she looks so. I mean, think about how much pent up anger, frustration, and sexual frustration she has. She would unleash on you, bro. She'd be like Dracarius.
Up KFC Feits, super producer BC. Nailed it. I was recently just flying from DC to Boston, literally an hour and a half long flight, so short. But the guy sitting next to me made me take out my headphones and proceeded to make small talk with me for the entirety of the flight. It was 7 a.m. and also my mom was sitting right next to me, so that was just weird. But once we landed, I skirted, thought everything was good. 2 hours later, I get a Facebook message from him, Instagram request, Facebook request, the whole thing. Literally the only thing this guy knew about me was my first name and where I just graduated college. So it was weird. He was not hot, so it didn't play well for him. But I was just wondering, it got me thinking if y'all have any weird stories like this on flights with strangers. Thanks, guys.
I'm a non-attractive male, so no.
Yeah, that never happens. That never happens to me.
And you know what? We talk about that kind of stuff, but if it did happen to me, I would not handle it well. Not I would be mad or anything like that. I would be scared
if someone were to bother you and just want to talk to you.
Like a girl was talking to me, and she's like, "Hey, what's up? I'm Samantha."
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, "Oh my god, what is wrong with this girl? Why is she talking to me?"
You automatically think is this a setup? Something must be going wrong because this can't just naturally be occurring to me.
Yeah, this person's not interested in me.
No way.
Who's paying her to do this? It would So we always joke about that as guys. Yeah, girls, you don't have to go out of your way. You don't have to put your pride on the line and face rejection. If they did, I would probably just ask to move.
This very attractive girl is taking interest in me, sir.
Yeah,
something's wrong. Can you please move this?
You should get her off this flight. Yeah. She's a problem. There's a risk here. Yeah.
Well, that's just a staggering lack of self-confidence and self-esteem is what that really comes down to.
You're right.
I think that this is a little bit on her. I think that I'm going to victim shame here. She was asking for it. I think at some point you got to put your headphones in and be like, Okay. Yeah. Okay. Like I'm watching my movie now.
But
I guess if they just continually persist to talk and you're like a naturally polite person, like I know you would sit on that plane. You could land and everyone could be deboarding and flights would be like, if they're talking to me, I'll have to just sit here and continue to talk to them.
1000%. When I would never get off that plane. I just sit there talking. There's not a doubt in my mind. I was just gonna say that. Like, if someone like you makes a headphone gesture motion,
Yeah,
to me,
hey, can you
I'll-
take
like
that off for a second?
What can I do for you, friend? and then next thing I know, I'm like an indentured slave. And,
Yeah,
like, it's
no,
like,
you.
it's like, yeah, well, I need
I've
to
actually-
move when I land. Can you help me? I'm like, yeah, definitely, for sure. I got nothing going on.
Out of out of all of the things that we have talked about our personalities and whatnot, I think even just recently, over the past like few weeks even, I've seen you put that into action more than ever, where it's like you will just talk to someone if they want to talk to them. You will just like do something if they want you to do it. Like folks, he ain't lying.
Dude,
Feits is the biggest. I think it actually comes from a place of being nice and polite. You're the biggest pushover ever.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
there's
I think,
no doubt.
I say this because I think oftentimes there are some people who think that we're like really exaggerating about ourselves or lying or telling stories that aren't true. And it's like, I'm telling you, Feits will get caught up doing something he absolutely dreads over rather than just like maybe disappoint a perfect stranger a little bit.
yeah.
It's crazy.
You could kidnap me. You could walk up to me on the street and say, "Hey, you live with me now," and I'd say, "Okay." I hold your hand. I'd walk to your apartment.
It's weird. You would. It's weird. It's funny.
I don't know why I'm like that. I wish I wasn't, but I would. Yeah, I'd stay on this girl. Like I would accept this dude's friend request.
I would date this guy.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, sure, man.
No,
Whatever.
like this guy obviously is a creep. I got a friend who used to do this when we were younger too. Like we're all going out and trying to hook up girls and stuff. You meet a girl at the bar, you maybe like you don't get her number or you didn't, and she's gone, and it's like, oh man, like that girl was really hot and she was into me, like she's the one who got away. And my buddy would be like, what's her name? Give me like a first name, give me like a hair color, and he would find her. Like he was an assassin with Facebook.
See,
so you can do that. And it's weird. Don't get me wrong. We make fun of my friend. He's a total fucking weirdo for it. But
I can't
so this guy
imagine
is
doing
clearly
that.
it was always like, yo, dude, blonde hair between the ages of like 22 and 25, and I think her name was like Jamie, and I don't know how she spells it. A-I-I-A. I don't know. Go ahead. Boom. Like 20 minutes later, here you go.
That's insane because like I won't even go to the second page of Google. I don't even scroll on Google anymore. I used to at least check the whole first page.
Well,
if it's not the first result,
if my first hit doesn't come up, I just assume my Google did wrong. And I'm like, well, this thing must not exist. It's just incorrect. But I think that we as a society need to stand up for ourselves a little more when you get caught in these socially awkward things. Now, there's two things that force here too, though. It's like this comes back to like Cubicle Chronicle talk, where people like I always talked about how you hate like small talk and dumb like conversation and shit like that. But the only thing worse than that is like refusing to engage in that. Like when you get on a conference call, someone's going to talk about the weather. Just tell them what the fucking weather is, and you ask them back, and they'll tell you that it's snowing, and you're good. Rather than be like, do we have to do this? Do we really have to talk about the weather right now? It's like, just fucking do it.
Yeah, but can you imagine being a hot girl and how many times people try and talk to you?
Well, that's
Like,
an
if,
X factor.
Three
yeah.
total people try and talk to me that like don't. They're like, a coworker, but not a coworker I talk to a lot. I'm like, oh, there's the one.
Right.
That's my
enough.
quota.
Yeah,
If like random strangers every time I'm out just like approach me, eventually.
Yeah, I mean,
You become a bitch.
It's
You
a
quote
gift-
unquote bitch
yeah.
because you just put your guard up.
It's a gift and a curse because it's like we always say that the flip side for guys is that we have to shoot our shot there and try, or we're gonna die alone because no one's ever gonna come up to us.
Yeah, no,
so
I'm
when you
going
see
to.
like a beautiful girl on the plane and for whatever reason you think that she might be nice, you want to take your chance, you have to. But yeah, I can also understand where girls are eventually like. I mean, when Casey was on here, she was like, you give a guy. He tries like once or twice, and if they keep persisting, then you ruin his life. then you completely emasculate him and embarrass him in front of the whole bar. Okay, I was like that emoji with the blushing cheeks and the eyes. I was like, whoa, okay.
I mean, but I feel like that's fair because I would never try 3 times.
No, that's
I hear I'm a big no means no guy. I hear
Yeah,
one
I was
no.
gonna
I'm
say-
like, okay, good, I'll go fuck myself. Thank you. Like,
you get to. I'm gonna go kill myself in the corner.
yeah,
Thanks.
maybe in 3 years I'll have the courage to talk to a girl again. I'm on hiatus right now.
It's so funny. Yeah, we'll see. We're going on about a year and a half now.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Dude, last year, like not last year, yesterday, Keith and I went to get a drink.
Last year, I mean yesterday.
Keith and I went to get a drink at the Smith, and he got up to leave, and I stayed. I had an extra one, and there was just this like
Attaboy.
gorgeous girl sitting next to me, and she was alone, and like she wasn't like hey, but like it was kind of like looking over
At you.
Yeah, and
Did nothing.
I said, check, please.
I said, this is incredible. I got to get out of here.
Yeah, fuck out of here. What's her deal?
John. Why, John?
I don't know, Kevin.
John, she was probably like a fucking fan. She probably would have like fucked you right then and there.
Everything about me is why.
Yeah, it's so true.
You want to know why? Because I know how horrible it is when I'm doing things just to be nice, and I don't like. I'm not happy doing it, but I'm just doing it. So I don't want to put someone else in that position.
She was probably not doing that to be nice if she was giving you eyes.
I mean, who knows what eyes are?
You clearly don't.
I clearly don't.
Admittedly, you have no idea what signals or eyes or anything are.
I'm just so much wrong with me.
So much. You know how Bob Fox has the "Why Not" tattoo?
Yeah.
You should get one on your wrist and say like, because it's terrible or something like that. It wraps around your wrist and you just hold it up next to Bob.
I should just say why.
Why? Yeah. Why? Why not? Why?
Why? Because of everything.
Because of me. ZipRecruiter.com. It's the best way to find the best hires for whatever job position you're trying to fill. We found we got Logan and we found our new intern Will through ZipRecruiter. How about that?
Both top-notch fellas.
Exactly. We are.
How about when Will just jumped over that fence?
Yeah.
That was the most athletic thing I've ever seen. When we were filming Out of Office in Central Park.
Yes.
Yeah.
We were like trying to find the right spot to film, and like he got caught on the wrong side of a fence. We all like old ass adults walked around and like a opening in the fence. Will was just like, I got this, boing, just hop like a fucking gazelle. No, it was like it was like it wasn't a gazelle. It was like a kangaroo. He just boing, just jumped right over it, standing leap. It was crazy.
It was. I think Barstool, the Instagram, had up like a cow jumping over recently, and the caption was great. The caption was just cops, and that's what it was. It's just like 2 steps, bam, gone.
It was incredible. I was like, wow, youthful exuberance.
You couldn't do that when you were young. It's not just
I don't
young.
think I could. Yeah, that no way. That was highly impressive, but yeah, so I mean, this guy can do it all. He can film, he can edit, he can jump over fences. That's the kind of people you can find with ZipRecruiter. They what ZipRecruiter does is they find the people you're looking for and they bring them to you. So you're not out there just cold calling and blanketing the whole world with your job opening and just hoping for something, praying for it to work out. ZipRecruiter identifies the right people for your job and they send them to you. Over 80% of employers who use ZipRecruiter get a qualified candidate through the site in a single day. So you got a job opening, put it on ZipRecruiter, 80% chance that 24 hours later, you're going to fill that. The right candidates are out there, and ZipRecruiter is how you find them. And right now, you can use ZipRecruiter for free when you go to ZipRecruiter.com/KFC. That's ZipRecruiter.com/KFC. It's ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
KFC, first time, long time. I'm walking home from the bar right now and had a thought. We've talked extensively about being the guy with the book at the bar, but what about the guy with the headphones at the bar? Thought about it as I'm walking home. Like I said, what if you don't like the music choice of the DJ, or I don't know, maybe got a compelling podcast to listen to at the bar? What do you think about the guy
who
has the headphones while he's at the bar in his ears?
Listen, if you're listening.
Also, how about this? It's 6 years we're doing KFC Radio. We now have a volume knob.
For the voicemails?
For the voicemail.
Wow.
KFC, first time, long time. I'm walking home.
This is how it normally sounds.
Right now.
No.
Right.
Had a thought.
How about that?
Talking.
After all these years, you fucking whiny crybabies have got your volume. You can listen to the voicemails out loud with your ears on the podcast now. Congratulations. If you're listening to KFC Radio, headphones at the bar is a great move. Otherwise, I'm out on it. I think you look like an asshole.
I was wearing headphones yesterday while I was getting eyes.
All right, I'm in on it. Apparently it works.
I had, in fact, yesterday, a little funny story. I had listened to Everything Is Love on Sunday night. Mm-hmm. Didn't care for it much. Realized yesterday when I was at the bar that I had listened to the edited version So
that hurts.
Popped in the headphones, put on the explicit version, and I just think it's a bad look for the Carters that I just very readily accepted the fact. I was like, okay, they don't swear anymore. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, they're
That's
doing
how
kids
not
bop
edgy
music.
you are. Yeah.
I get it. They're old and they do kids bop music. That's cool. It never even crossed my mind that I had accidentally clicked on the edited version.
Why do they even put out like edited versions? So annoying.
On Spotify too? Like,
So
It's
stupid.
one thing when your parents had to buy the explicit album.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
Spotify.
Right.
It's just my headphones. I'm listening to fucking swears. I don't care if I'm 6 years old.
What, do you think that you were getting eyes because you were in headphones? Do you think it played into it?
She's probably she's probably
Like
what the fuck
drinking,
is
yeah,
what the
you were
fuck's this
drinking
guy doing?
alone, listening alone. I think, and so you were talking with someone, they leave, you popped in the headphones to have by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's different than if you like roll into the bar with your headphones on.
Yeah,
I also
agree
think
with
it's
that.
different. Like he was saying, if you don't like the DJ's music, if a DJ is playing music and you're trying to listen to your own music, you're an asshole.
Right. Yeah, they don't
You
play
know?
music at the Smith.
Right.
It's-
If you're
it's-
just like kind of by yourself and, I'm going to have my drink and listen to my own
it's not even
tunes,
I
I
don't
think
think
that
it's a
can.
DJ. I think if there's music playing.
Yeah. I mean, you can't when there's two songs on at the same time. It's like, and then because then if you got to be blasting it so you don't hear the other song, and then it's like no one can talk to you. Like the whole point of the book at the bar is like you're doing your own thing until like a girl comes up to you and says like, "Oh my god, what are you reading?" And then it's like it's on. The headphones, it's like people have to like tap you or scream or wave to get your attention because you're blaring it in your ears. I think that just comes across douchier than the like intellectual book at the bar guy. This is just like
I think
I'm
it
listening to my cool tunes.
1000% does. I think we kind of touched on it when we first talked about books at the bar, but also it just it creates like a great hindrance just to order your drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, take
In,
them out, right?
yeah,
Or like maybe
yeah.
you're trying to just talk over it and you're kind of just nodding along with what the bartender
And
saying.
everybody and the bartender does the like you were saying on the plane, like the headphone thing. Like I need to talk to you. Can you take your headphones out? It's like if you're in a bar, the bartender, other people socializing, like you're probably going to need to talk and listen at some point, even if it's just a little bit. You can do that when you have a book. You can do that when you're doing other weird things at the bar, crossword puzzle or some shit, typing, whatever. Headphones, not so much.
When I had the headphones in, I would not have put them in if I was going to be getting another drink. I knew I
Right,
already
you were
had
doing
my
one, and
drink.
then you were
I'd already
walking out,
signed
and you're
my
gone.
bill.
And it's like, I don't care. There's some beautiful girl who clearly is interested in me. I'm just going to keep listening to this edited version of the fucking Carters.
No, it
and
was
walk out of-
explicit. That's
No,
not
I'm
it was
going to hear my
explicit.
curse words and walk out of here. All right, last voicemail of the day before Feits heads off to Portugal. Brought to you by BetDSI.com. Should I put a little bit of cash on the Portuguese football team?
Without a doubt.
Yeah?
Oh,
Who
yeah.
they playing?
Don't know.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. You can get advice like that from Furlberg.
Morocco.
Oh, they're oh no, they got the hot coach.
They do have the hot coach. That
Shit.
dude.
But Portugal seems like they can fucking play soccer, but the hot coach.
Come on. We're talking about Ronnie here.
What? Oh yeah. I mean Ronnie. You can't bet against Ronnie.
Come on.
I actually forgot that he played for Portugal. So
Did you really?
Yeah, because I just think of him as Spain.
Yeah.
Because So all right, definitely bet on Portugal. He's putting up hat tricks. This is the best place to make money on the internet. BetDSI.com. When you use the promo code KFC25, you get a $25 free wager just for registering. Put your name in. You can put $25 on Ronaldo right now, and then when you want to bet money, everything you put up, BetDSI will double when you use the promo code. It's BetDSI.com, KFC25 for the promo code. Get a free wager, a 200% extra bonus when you deposit your money, and start winning today.
What's going on, boys? Listen to the wedding season episode last week, and it striked up kind of a conversation I had with one of the boys that I work with. His friend that's getting married, pretty much the bachelorette party is this weekend. They already had a bachelor party, but the groom wants to do another bachelor party. He said he wants to have a more fun bachelor party. Pretty much, is that totally against the rules? Is he in his rights? I feel like you're kind of, screwed if you're in the wedding, if you're one of the best man. Kind of want to get your guys' thoughts on it. Thanks, Viva.
He didn't tough fucking titties, bro. And then, get better friends. I don't know what the fuck. This is outrageous. He wants to have a second bachelor party because he's having enough fun at his first one.
Yo, that is totally on you, bro. If you can't, I mean, this is the most arrogant, brash, ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life.
Dude, we got you your steak dinner. We got you your round of golf. We got you your flight. Like or hotel, whatever the fuck you pay for, however you break it up for your bachelor parties. But like, yeah, I'm done paying for you.
Yeah,
I'm done. If you didn't have fun,
sorry, pal.
I'm not coming to the wedding. In fact, I'd stop being friends with someone.
Yeah, I'm
like
out. I'm absolutely out.
Clearly, we don't gel.
We don't click. Yeah,
you don't
I
have
had a great time. We had a good time. You
It
didn't.
sounded like he was going the direction of maybe they did like a joint bachelorette party, but then he just didn't say that.
Yeah, like
so
I mean,
he was just like, no, I just want two. It's like you had one and you just want a second one.
No,
That's not.
Fuck this guy.
You get to put your foot down and say, we're not having it. I wouldn't care if like my fiance wanted to have a joint party. I wouldn't really care.
Right.
I think bachelor parties are like
there's two kind of vibes for a bachelor party. One is like, I'm just trying to have a good fun weekend. Others are like probably a precursor.
Die.
Yeah, like a precursor to like, I shouldn't be marrying this person.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need to like do drugs and fuck people because I'm never going to be able to do that again.
Right.
And so if you want to do that, you can't have a joint party. If you're just down to have a good time, I personally don't like the joint party, but you can do it and have a good time.
I wouldn't care, but I know that the bachelor party isn't for the bachelor. So like it's like for the friends.
That's a great point.
Right. So like I'd be like, yeah, we can do whatever the fuck you guys want. But
but for the guys who are trying to cut loose, it's tough if people are like, if you're outside that inner circle or there.
I like the idea of just having the bachelor party too, or the joint party, because you get to like know everyone. I think it's past the age of like college relationships where you just grew up knowing all their friends.
Right.
Like I think
it's like you get to know the bridesmaids and you're gonna see them at the wedding and you're gonna be doing a lot of shit with them, so you know who they are and what's going on. And then wedding's a lot more fun when like it's like, hey, we meet again. Like I've already seen you.
we don't have to do the whole awkward thing. Like we did that Friday night. We had a fucking blast Friday night. We had a blast Saturday, Sunday. I'll see you in a month.
Yes.
We'll rip it again.
But like if you're the groom and you want one of those parties, like you have to speak up and make sure that they do all that shit and then have your fun. Like if you don't want to just like go Tony Romo and play hide and seek and paintball and shit, and that's what they do, that's on you for not saying, hey, this weekend I want like strippers and drugs. You gotta tell the best man what you're trying to do. If you don't, like, that is your one shot. You get one weekend for people to plan, change their schedules, pay money, do all that other shit, and if you botch it, if you fuck it up, sorry, bro.
Yeah, you just have bad friends, and if that happened to me,
I don't even know if it's the friends. Like, I think the friends probably just like did their thing, and this guy didn't like it.
Imagine, oh my god, the audacity!
Like, I want to redo this. Like just in general. Hey, that's like, imagine you went out like Saturday. You're like, guys, we gotta have some fun tonight because you were not fun last night. Nobody brought the heat. No one lived up to my standards. Like, fuck you, dude.
I would make sure I ordered the steak at the wedding, and I would not show up. That's what I do if someone said that to me.
Like, get out of here.
You know what?
Man.
I'm not gonna go chicken. I'm going steak. I'll see you Saturday.
By the way, good luck with that one. Telling your fiance, by the way. Hey, hon, first one wasn't good enough. I'm going to do another one.
Good luck.
Good luck in life, you asshole.
Yeah, good luck living with that person. Good luck to the fiance.
I'm sure the fiance, if she hears this, she'd be like, fuck you, man. You want even the thought that you're going to have a second one? What kind of asshole wants that? I'm out of here.
It's like the girls have those kind of like, they have those, a girl or a woman's wedding has like 4 parties. They have like the showers and the bridal parties and all that shit. I don't know how many they have, but whatever. They have more than the one. And I can't but they're all terrible.
Yeah, they hate them.
They hate them.
I've actually never seen anything quite like the shower life. Every hates going to them, yet they do them. And they do the exact same thing. It's like, oh, this fucking bridal shower, I hate it. And they get married, and they're like, I gotta have my bridal shower. And they know how much like all their. I think that maybe that's it. Like the older women of the world still like it, so you have to do it. I think maybe we'll be the first generation where when those people are moms to get daughters getting married, they'll be like, don't do that. That sucks. I hope. Because if they just keep perpetuating this cycle, it's insanity.
Dude, my last girlfriend, she had to go to one on like so hungover, and she just like storming around the apartment. And I was like, what are you doing at this bachelor party? She's like, we're making fucking gingerbread houses in the middle of summer. I was like, what are you talking about? Why are you doing this?
Why? They play games and they like, it's awful. They're all awful and they don't like doing it. Yet someone always decides to do it.
But guess what? If I get invited to a bridal party, I'm going. If I get invited to a bridal shower, I'm like, yeah, let's make this fucking gingerbread house. Sure thing.
Feidelberg is just like constantly in a state of hypnosis where you can just convince him to do anything at all times. Feidelberg, go get me a snack. Enjoy Portugal, baby.
Thanks, man. I mean, we'll talk tomorrow.
Yeah, that's true. All right. We'll catch you later.
Bye.